So now let's just see what happened.
It's time for Dents and Dreams, a painless dent repair podcast focusing on how you can use the fruits of this wonderful trade we call PDR to achieve your wildest dreams. I'm John Vidine, your friendly neighborhood dent reaper and host of Dents and Dreams. Now, let's get started.
Let's get started indeed. Holy
What's up, everybody?
crew, look at this. We got Andy Patrick, Golden Mike Award winner. He's gonna hold down the whole show. He's got confetti. I gotta figure that out. We got Clif Rameden, the Nodak killer. And Ray Slate, is it Slate or Slate? How do you pronounce that?
It's
Ray
Slate. Yep,
Like the Flintstones.
Yeah.
It's not like Dear Tay, John. Sounds classy.
Don't try to church it up, boy. You mean Slate.
That's beautiful.
My family goes back prehistoric.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
they own
I would
word
think everyone's does.
Yeah.
You know, if you draw it all the way back, you know. Anyway, we're all cousins. But anyway, what's the meaning of this Dents and Dreams anyway? The reason we got this motley crew of dent guys is Ray had the pleasure of being hired by Andy and then in turn being trained by none other than Clif Rameden. So I just thought it would be a good idea, and as did Clif, to talk about, you got the hiring process. How the hell do you find a guy? And then you got the trials and tribulations of working for said guy. I'm talking to you now, Slate. And then, you know, then you got Clif having to train a new guy. So, I mean, lots of different angles and different ways of looking at things. And I thought it would be a good thing. But, oh, my God, the amount of Facebook users. What up, brothers? Woo, even Jack. Jack, you're on.
Come on,
know, at
Jack.
least we know who Jack is, though.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's probably
Chacho.
Adam. I would say that's Adam James. Great guy to figure it out.
Adam Jones is the Bro Chachos. What
Adam
up?
Jones, yeah.
Yo, user. Oh, Stefan Ash. You
Stefan.
Yeah, you gotta follow him. And Stefan, I mean, can you at least do one video like Stefan from Saturday Night Live and be like, it's the hottest new tool. Glue tabs. You pull and the dent comes out.
That would be awesome. That would be epic. He's already done one with Urkel, like Urkel's other alter ego or whatever, Stefan. I've seen like a picture of Stefan.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. And Stefan feels for you, Ray, having to train with
He
Cliff.
should.
I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. Or work for Andy. I don't know why do you feel bad for Ray? Because he had to train with Cliff or because he has to work with Andy?
Or be on your show, John. It should be one of three.
Or
Don't
be
believe in yourself up there.
That's what he just found out this morning.
Neither one of them's been bad. Somebody's sneaking in here right now.
Uh-oh.
You just keep thinking.
My best friend. Right.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
We got a Facebook user addressing Clif directly. Clif, I thought that was Bam Bam. Make any sense? Oh, we have a mini slate. How you doing, young lady?
We gotta get her to the shop and let her do some social media for her. She's a trip. Like she don't no shame.
Oh, was that Facebook user? Was that Woody Koss? Down,
that
down.
was big. Oh, that makes sense.
Well,
Yep.
yeah.
The
What
other
up, brother?
ginger bro.
What's up,
Yeah.
Brandon?
Brandon Schmidt's in the house. When you hire your next guy, Brandon, we'll have you on. Or I'm sure we can find another reason to have you on. Maybe for Google My Business comment. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
How to respond to Google reviews. 101.
What up? How's
You tell them to
everyone?
burn in
What's
their
up?
car.
Oh, someone did confirm that was Woody.
That
All right.
was Woody.
With Bam Bam. All right. So Facebook users and comments. If anybody has
Yes, Woody. I remember him. I just got a text from Woody, so I'm responding to him off that. Yes, Woody. I know who you're talking about. That's why I knew it was you.
Somebody got a fish tank around. I hear like bubbly noises.
Is that your vape?
That's my. I don't know.
Gurgling. He's not
I don't
vaping, he's
have
I
words
was
gurgling.
for
getting it then, but
Anyway, Ray, what the heck? Why the hell would you want to get into this crazy wild world of paintless dent repair? Like, how did you come to find PDR and then Andy, or was it reverse?
well, it's actually from Andy. I was working at a body shop, and we used to get him to come up there and do all of our PDR work. And ever since, like, I've watched him do it, like, I've always been intrigued. Never really thought that I would actually be pursuing it, but luckily here I am. And, like, it's always been something that, like, I've always wanted to learn to do.
Awesome. Oh, how the turntables. So, how long were you a body guy?
Well, I wasn't a body guy. I was actually a mechanic by trade. I actually started mechanicking and doing alignments and stuff for body shop, and then after a couple of years, I started writing estimates.
Okay.
So I was writing estimates all the way up until I started working for Andy doing the ceramic coating.
Which he still does.
Yep.
It's his project in the corner right now.
It
Nice,
is.
nice. So then, then you're at the body shop. Andy comes in. Andy comes in all the time. You're intrigued, yada yada. I mean, geez, Louise, intrigued by Andy Patrick. I've heard that a time or two.
Kind of a big deal.
But so how did
One of
this
the industry
transition happen? Did
leaders,
Andy
I've
just
heard.
did Andy just start
I sit out.
stuffing $100 bills in your back pocket and saying call me, or like how do you move from the body shop to the Dapper side of life?
No, we actually had a hailstorm that come through the area at the body shop that I was at. And I was already in the process of needing something else, something different. And of course, Andy was the only one that I would ever let touch my car as far as that goes. So I carried my car into him, had the estimate and everything going. And then he started talking to me about needing, like, him and Amanda getting ready for an employee. And I'm like, here I am, like, and then from there it worked out.
Gotcha. Did they make you fill out an application or turn in a resume, or were you just
All the above?
I knew his
hired?
resume. I was familiar with his resume. I didn't need it.
Right.
And Ray was like, with him being the estimator at the body shop, he had an eye. Like, he would call me for a dent, and I'd come over there and I'd be like, man, where are you seeing a dent? It'd be like a sneezer. And like, I'm like, all right, like, he's got an eye for it. And I knew he was looking because he had asked me if I'd be a reference for him on a couple other places he was looking at. So
Yeah.
when we started talking, I was like, I think you'd be a good fit. And obviously he has been.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been
So, yeah,
awesome.
I mean, what's your side of it, Andy? He just sort of like you. How did you figure out that he wanted to get hired?
Well, like I said, he had reached out to me a while back. He was looking at, was it adjuster. He was looking to be an adjuster for an insurance. He's like, hey, you mind being a reference? I was like, absolutely. Then we had this hailstorm, and like you said, me and Amanda were talking about it's time to hire somebody. We got to get some help in here. And we started talking, and like when I was doing his estimate on his hail car, and all of a sudden it's like, boom, he's working for us. And he started on March 1st of last year. February was my slowest month ever. I'm sitting there sweating, right? Like, what are we doing? Like, did I make a mistake? And ever since he started March 1st, we've been nonstop. So he's like my little good luck charm.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
A little leprechaun.
No, it worked out really good.
Yeah.
I actually think I used you for a reference at the post office too.
Nice.
Yeah. So at the post, you were trying to get work at the post office.
Yeah.
All right. Well, keep that in mind. Anything goes down crazy at the old Dapper Dent repair, Ray might have went postal.
That's it.
So then you started doing ceramic coating and estimating, I'm assuming. I'm not assuming, I already know. Me and Andy talk sometimes. So you're doing ceramic coating and helping on the estimating side because you're like full-fledged CCC whiz. I mean, can we put it that way?
Absolutely.
I've worked with it for a long time. And ordering parts and stuff like that. Just wherever I need to be.
And that was the discussion we had with him when he started. Is like, hey, we all going to wear many hats. Like, your main job, we're hiring you for ceramic coating, but we're going to need help with the estimates. We're going, so we all kind of just wear all our hats. And see Matt
and
Moore,
I was already used to wearing 4 or 5 hats.
Yeah. I also have many hats. How's your hat wall doing, Andy?
Literally. It's slacking. Amanda finally brought the hangers up here. I got to get the actual hats hung now. We've been busy.
Did you get a make panels flat again hat from Keith at the show?
Nah, I sure didn't. I missed it. Like,
that's a good one. I seen that one. I wasn't there.
I seen him wearing it, but I don't even think I was able to get by Keith's booth. Like, it was nonstop freaking talking like it in typical MTE, right? You leave and you're like, what happened? Like, I don't even remember MTE right now. It was all a blur.
Yeah. Speaking of MTE, Stefan said he met you at MTE, right? And he will also be a reference for you. Whenever Andy fires you.
I actually watched his videos. He's kind of a motivational speaker whenever you're watching these videos. Like, he'll make you feel good, especially when you're learning just about keeping on going and not giving up and all that stuff. Like,
yeah. His stuff is really good and positive, like you say. Yeah, it's really cool to see. And Matt Moore is talking about you too.
Matt Moore.
Yeah, so Ray had never held a buffer in his hand before we went to Matt's Ceramic 101 class and came back fully confident in ceramic coating. Started offering it right off the bat and had zero issues since. So shout out to Matt. I
can see that. Matt Moore
There was a day when I was at the body shop that Brett was going to teach me how to buff, and me and him worked on it for maybe 10 minutes. But other than that, like after that, like I never touched one again until we went to Matt Moore's class.
Yeah, Matt Moore is a excellent. Any topic you get to hear him speak on, if you have the opportunity, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. He's
Carson.
Oh, geez Louise, look at this.
Yeah,
we got another guy in here. What up? Toledo's in the house. Speaking of people
Mike,
that if you get a chance to see him speak, take it every single time.
Yep. Yeah, I bought a lot of hit stuff too.
Yeah, we got Dent Trainer.
Oh, yeah, that's going to help.
Yeah, I've had Ray watching some of his videos, like log into Dent Trainer, let him watch some of that stuff. So shout out to Mike with his training too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then we got Glidewell in here. I wouldn't recommend trying to learn much from him. No, I'm just kidding, Mike. Mike Glidewell. Get yourself some DentMate Pro. If you don't have a CCC whiz in your shop, you might need DentMate Pro. You might need DentMate Pro as a supplement as well. So check it out.
Yep.
And more Facebook users. Sorry, I just seen a bunch of this stuff. I wanted to. When I get
It's
my
in that
logo
hat.
from my graphic. Oh
Yep.
yeah, the hat wall grows. Much
Yeah.
appreciated. Much appreciated.
I
Yeah,
might have to move my
yeah.
tool wall if I keep getting hats. Like I won't even have a tool wall left. It'd be just a hat wall.
Yeah, yeah. So then you get trained in ceramic. You're doing estimates, and then who's on the side? Are you flicking Andy in the ear, being like, "Hey, I want to learn how to do PDR," or is Andy like, "I'm tired of watching you just rub stuff on cars and buff it off. You need to do some real work around here." Whose idea
Now,
was it?
I've been kind of flipping him in the ear about it, but through some trial and errors, it actually kind of came to light. So I guess Andy was doing research on trainers and stuff, and then let me know about old Cliffy here,
Oh,
which
I didn't even realize Cliff did training until he came to the tech meetup and we were talking. He's like, "Yeah, I think." I was like, "Well, shit, I'll send him to you." And so it's worked out ever
It's not
since.
something I market or anything like that. It just kind of has always happened since back in the Stanliner days, doing the seminars and stuff like that. And that's how I kind of got into it.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's when I met Cliff, was at a training seminar, and yeah, speaking of Matt Moore in Toledo, Cliff has a way of explaining and showing you when you're doing stuff that I've always been impressed with, and
yeah, no,
I've
he
learned.
is very, very good. I can't do anything but brag on Cliff. Like his patience with you, like goes beyond. Like
Cliff, how much patience would you say you had to use with Ray? How was that when Ray pulled
Ray
up?
was like so easy to get off in the beginning. Your first week, and I'd only like to do like 1 week, and then because there's so much you got to take in. And he was seeing the light, working on the practice panel, and I think he flew in Friday. I went and picked you up, right?
yes, yeah.
And Saturday we started on the practice panel, and I was like, "Well, fuck!" I had to call my buddy up because he's got a shit ton of cars. Like, we need some side panels because Andy had already. I don't really have a curriculum when I work with somebody. I take it as I work with them as they're going because everybody's different. But Andy, fortunately, with him, he told me really what Ray was going to be working on. So I wanted to try and build it around what Andy wanted. A lot of side panel stuff. I mean, you practice on a hood and work on a hood all the time, and now you're just the best hood guy.
Right.
The side panels are what's tough. And Andy had already told me he's going to be doing a lot of wholesale, a lot of retail, glue pulling. So we really kind of just built it around exactly and tried to tailor it to what Andy wanted to get him started.
Yeah,
It worked out good. Ray learned everything super fast. I mean, he was very diligent. I work right there with you. If he's not working on a dent, I'm right there doing it with him, showing him. And then, in the final couple days, I make you do it on your own. You got to remember all your basics and fix a dent. His was a body line dent on a hood, blowing out top and bottom. What's that?
Stress test.
You did good though. It don't matter how long it takes you. There's no time frame on it. It was just, you're gonna do it on your own. You know the tools that you like, and you just run with it and learn how to, remember to move your light, remember to move your basics. So I'm not standing there like telling you. It's just to try and trigger everything to make you, when you think you're caught, move that light, look at it from a different perspective. It just keeps that in your mind and drills it in there. And that's, I'm not saying it's the best way to train. I'm not saying, or anything like that. It's just how I do it. And I've had decent success with people with it. So, and Ray, a trainer's only as good as a student too. When you have somebody like Ray that just caught on so well, I mean, it makes my job so much easier. It just went smooth. It was easy. I would love to work with Ray side by side someday. and then he's got a great mentor when he gets back. You know, he got back there, and like I told him, no, I was talking to Amanda. Anyways,
that's it.
and you know, so I kept telling him, you know, when you get back, you have the basics down. Now you can watch Andy work, and you can see and put it into play. So
he came back.
It makes it so much nicer.
And he came back with enough confidence and skill set. I knew he wasn't going to blow paint off stuff. So when I get a certain wholesale account that I get in here that has a lot of dents, so I feel comfortable enough putting him on one side, and I'm working one side, and he's getting live damage now. So that was the great thing about him going to Cliffs. He came back with enough knowledge to be able to do that without me having to stress him over there blowing paint off a panel and stuff. So that's been huge.
Yeah, I'm not sitting there all nervous, like looking at it, like wanting to fix it, but I'm afraid to touch it like that.
Yeah.
Like I just jump in there and like work on it until Andy catches up with me.
I'll be like, all right, move. I get out of the way.
You're like, if Cliff can do it, I can do it.
Once our lights start running into each other, then I know to step away and just let him go.
Yeah.
And he got familiar with glue pulling, and you know, he got a little bit of everything. Worked with the blending on hammers, knockdowns. I mean, you touch. You know, I try to touch on everything in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem I'm having with
touching on everything, Ray. You've seen Cliff's tool collection. You've seen Andy's tool collection. Who has a better tool collection?
I don't know, that they both got a lot.
Speaking of, that's been the hardest thing about training Ray, is making him quit by, like, he's wanting to buy all the tools. I'm like, slow down.
Your roll.
We're at MTE.
I discussed that with Ray.
He only had to pull out a couple of things
go
out
to
of
a
my
place
hand.
where you have them all.
We were at MTE, and like I turned around for 5. Me and him's walking around. I'm helping him buy tools, and I turn around for 5 seconds, talk to somebody. And the next thing you know, he's got a certain tool that I won't name what it is, but in his hand, I'm like, no. You don't need that.
Better not have been a Dent Reaper. That's all I'm saying.
No, it wasn't. You're good. But no, and kind of reversing back a little bit, like Ray was talking about the setbacks. I was trying to hire some experienced PDR techs. It didn't work out. Came to Ray. He's our first employee. He's like, hey, what do you want to do? You can eventually run this shop, or you can do dents. And he wanted to do PDR. I was like, well, that's the route we'll take then. So.
Yeah. Well, everybody wants to do PDR. Gregory wants to do PDR. He's saying he's having trouble he's working hard on side panels now. It's his downside yet, but you'll get there, Gregory. Keep pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Keep pushing,
I'll you,
brother.
Gregory.
Side panels they're the hardest. But
when I started, I was in my garage at my apartment complex working on a hood for like 3 weeks, and then I was like, all right, I got it. Because I told my boss, I'm like, I got it. We're good. And he's like, all right, now take this ding board and go outside and fix dents on doors. And it was like, what in the fuck is even happening here? This ain't even the same thing. This is torture. So yeah, I get it, man. I get it.
It is completely different.
Yeah, it is so different. Oh, we got ballers in here. What up, Nick Star? Dance ball.
Oh,
you're making all the money. Making all that money.
What's happening, bro?
We got the wicked best freaking
Johnny
guy in the
what
Northeast.
What you guys doing over there?
Boston.
Cosa Nostra in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, you got to follow RPM Dent Repair on the gram and Tickety Talk.
Yeah, John's doing
crazy repairs.
Shit. Definitely.
Always doing good
one
shit.
of the best in the industry by far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
in so many aspects. Business side, working with insurance companies, all that stuff. I mean, John is so well.
We gotta, Scotto. Yeah, we gotta have you on again here. We gotta go over some of those things. Seems like the right thing to do.
5 panels to get you. I guess,
Yeah.
and that's one thing I can brag on Den Wizard training. Like you spend a lot of time on side panels with Den Wizard. Like they would have you been, our inverted way of working nonstop. Like side panels is just an afterthought. Like we didn't even do flat panels for the longest.
Yeah. I mean, and looking back, it's tough to say. Like, yeah, Stefan was on the side panels
Exactly,
for 2
because
weeks.
a Den Wizard guy trained you.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I mean, and I guess getting the basics on a hood kind of makes sense because at least you're not stressing your body when you're doing it. But it's just so different when you move to the side panels. It's just like, why the hell was I even on a hood? This isn't even the same game.
And I always love Ray was. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's the fun. One of the funnest parts for me, like talking to new guys and going back and like you remember how hard it was in the beginning, and you're just like, man. And now, like some of the dents in the beginning that you would go home and cry yourself to sleep over, you can literally do in your sleep after you've been doing it for whatever 4, 5, 10, however many years. I mean, everybody's learning curve is different. I will eventually get there, but
I think you got it.
But man, it's
and that's what I always told Ray.
Yeah.
You're gonna have that struggle in the beginning, but you'll hit that hump and everything will just like be shit.
Yeah.
There it is.
I love it too. You do
there's
start
Scott
training.
There's church. You learn every day. Every day.
Just learn how to get through them all.
Including side panels. Love it.
When you quit learning, you might as well hang it up because your passion's gone. You're always learning.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Every dent is different.
Yeah.
And now with this lateral tension and all that stuff and new stuff to learn with and work with, the ability is all, for what we can fix is just getting bigger and bigger. You got John Scotto, Bryce Kelly, Sal Contreras. I mean, the stuff that these guys are fixing.
Oh yeah, who just posted? I just saw his post. Shane Roses, another killer, out of California. He just posted one from like a memory from I forget it was 10, 13 years ago, something like that, and it said, "Fuck, I need a job," and you think that's exactly what I'm talking about. You look back and you think about, how hard everything was in the beginning, and where you get to. Yeah, it's just cool. And Ray,
like
you're
Brandon
at the
Smith.
beginning of that. And I mean,
Brandon
I'm not going to say you're going to lose hair.
I'd love to watch
over
him work
dents,
and sit side by side with him and learn.
And we've been having to give Brandon shit lately. Like he won't post him working, and he's like, "I feel weird about it." I'm like, you gotta post that shit. I just spit everywhere doing that. I got so involved with that comment.
Sound familiar, Scotto? If you're still listening.
Yeah, I used to call Scotto Bryce Kelly unpublished because he would send me before and after videos. I'm like, bro, why are you not posting this? And then I get into like grooves. I go hot and cold on my posting as well. So I get it. Sometimes it's tough to
have a
set up the
full-time
camera.
content creator.
I suck at videos and I suck at all that stuff. So I'm no good at it. I know that.
Well, Cliff, I don't know what else to say. I'm just going to put Scotto's comment back up there.
Cliff, you're mostly in a hell chasing world anyway, so content's kind of you don't have to throw up as much doing that, hell chasing and whatnot. But like having a location in town or whatever, I feel like you gotta keep on top of that social media so people see it and hopefully get more customers.
I live in a town of like 3,000 people.
Yeah, everybody knows you. It's like Cheers.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Cheers. They don't go Cliff when he walks in the bar. They go, fucking Cliff.
There's a little bit of truth to that too.
I was always told whenever I was up there at Cliff. Like if I was out and about by myself and I got lost, all I had to do was go walk up to somebody and ask them where Cliff lived.
That's awesome.
We don't have internet up here, but we're all interwoven anyway. You just ask the closest person; they'll point you in the right direction. That's
Pretty much.
hilarious. That's hilarious.
Stephen said, "What's social media mean?" Come on, bro. Now I was gonna say earlier what's funny about Ray before he went to Cliffs. I had him on a hood, had to doing the circles and X's. Man, he's hitting dead center, confident, dead center. Put a dent in there. I can't see where I'm pushing anymore. It's like, yeah.
Dude, it was crazy how it was like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do the X's and O's. I asked Ray, I said, if you really want to do it, what did I tell you? I said, if you really want to do it, I said, I'll fucking throw them on there.
Yeah.
We can go that route, but you're not fixing X's and O's.
Yeah, no.
You know, so we started right away with Dents.
Yeah, and pretty much the first thing that Cliff done with me was like we got on the hood and he was like, show me where the tip is. And then I would show him where he was pushing and then he would move it. And then I'd show him again. He's like, all right.
So Cliff showed you the tip.
Show me on the hood where the bad man is pushing.
Now come on out to my white unmarked van and let's go for a ride in the country.
Right.
Candy? I got some
candy.
We'll have to pause for the call. I got to take a piss. I got to do it on our show every week, so I might as well do it on yours too.
All right, yeah. Go ahead. We're just gonna take you out then. Who needs them? Nobody wants to see that. Or hear
I told Ray, I said, when you look at fog, where do you look at the light? I said, you don't look in the middle beam. You work on the outside, right on the edge. That's the fog. He's seen that and he's like, oh shit, that is so much better. And the tip is like a magnet. When you push in the fog, that light goes right to it. It's like the tip is a magnet to the light.
Yeah, and then once you start seeing that, like it helped me tremendously. Like watching, like looking into the fog and then watching that light pull itself to where you was pushing. Like that was a tremendous as far as like helping me find out like where I was actually pushing.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like I'd never heard anyone say that until I heard Cliff say that. And they're just sometimes some guys put things in certain ways and then it clicks for you. And it's weird how like you never know what it's gonna be. Like you might watch a video on Dent Trainer or Real World, or you might just see somebody else's repair somewhere else. You might see a U-brake iFix repair or whatever. Nick, pick anybody that's putting content out, and certain things will just click. And man, especially in the beginning, there's so many more of them clicks. And I'm starting to wonder, like, my hearing's going bad. I'm like,
clicker's broke.
Hey, they gonna click again? Come on, man. But it still does from time to time.
John. He's going there and working with Andy. So now Andy works different than I do.
Oh yeah.
And so he's gonna pick up stuff from Andy. I've worked with John. I've worked with Woody. I've worked with Dwayne Ellison. I've worked with a bunch of people on the Hail Trail. And you pick up things just watching somebody. And if it works for you, you take it and absorb it. And you just, keep building yourself to make yourself better. That's
one huge thing, dude. Like even Andy, I would tell you, like you send him up to Schmitty's or down to Schmitty's. I'm not good at geography. Don't matter. Send him over to Schmitty's and make him work with Brandon for a week or whatever. Yep. Like I always feel like every time I've worked around a different tech, I always learn something new.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, it's just friggin' priceless.
I'll tell you something Cliff did too that I didn't think of. Yeah, like I didn't think about it. I was seeing a picture because Clif. That's another great thing he did was update me all the time on race progress while I was there. But I seen a picture of the light board with one strip on. I got my Eliminate fatty with all 5 strips on. Like that's a lot coming to somebody at one time. Didn't even think about it. It's just natural. That's what I use. So
yeah.
Now, when I'm working with somebody, I usually start with 1 just so it doesn't confuse them. So just so they can read that fog. Then we run to 2, and then if need be, we run 3, depending on if it's top panel, whatever. I think when you were fixing your final dent on the hood, do we run 3 strips, Ray? Or just 2?
I was still using 2.
Okay, so yeah, your 3rd strip is just your next one out. It's kind of like playing music. It's just the next chord out that you jump to. That's all it is when you're looking at a light. It's like music chord, like a guitar. You're playing the 1st chord, 2nd chord, 3rd chord, and you're just expanding your view, adjusting your head and expanding your view.
Yeah. Well, I look at it, like just too much information coming at you at once. Like, especially with your fatty Eliminate with 5 beams, like, you're like, what am I don't even know where to look. I can see
the whole fucking hood's lit up. What do I push?
Yeah, I'll love it.
That's funny.
Yeah, like I said, it's just simple stuff like that where I'm in my own little bubble over here all the time working. Like I don't think of simple shit like that when I'm trying to train somebody. So that helped out a lot.
Yeah, and even on like some of the dents that I've been working on after Clif, like if I'm using 3 lights and like I'm not seeing it real good, I'll go back to like cutting one of the lights off and just going back to 2 lights.
Oh yeah, and there's definitely there's these little fuckers. If these Pro PDR lights, a lot of times like a big, that's not going to do anything. But when you got a super deep dent, you pull that one light in, and then you can really just focus in on that and angle it in.
We call that washing the dent out, right, Ray?
Yeah.
Bring that mini light in.
Yeah. Wash it out so you can actually see what you're doing. And, as you bring it up, that mini light goes away and you push it back. And then then you start on your lower beam and move your, climbing that ladder up the light where you're seeing the different stages of that dent coming out.
I even got a monocle he can use if he wants.
How does that thing work? I never got one.
I actually like it. Like actually like it. Like I brought it back. The reason I bought it at MTE was I had a Tesla with a sharp door ding coming in that Monday. I put it on there, man. It was money. So I could see for deep dents, like some people were talking about finishing with it. No, that's too much. Like that's going to be a lot coming at you. But a deep dent where you can really get in there and see the center with with the magnifying glass, I think it's huge.
That would be nice. Yeah. When you're trying to finish a dent, it would be too much. It's almost like washing the dent out as you're far away. It's too much.
Yeah. Kreiner was like, don't finish with that. I was like, I don't fucking plan on it. Like, why would I do that? I don't hate life that bad.
5 hours later.
Yeah. I still text you. Why are you cross-eyed? I don't know any. But yeah, it's great for that.
But yeah, I never even thought about looking like straight down into a dent until I went to Clif and he showed me like as far as like deep dents go, like looking down into it. That way you can see that you're in the center of it.
Yep.
And then stepping back as you're like bringing that dent up.
I told him that, but he didn't want to listen to me. I'm not Clif. So.
Well, Gregory has a point on that.
You're right.
He says Andy spends all day making videos. Clif pushes dents.
Right. Not all day, but every repair I get, every repair I do gets a video with it. So
I didn't read this whole thing, so hopefully it's not bad. Clif helped me 4 years ago with my light. He said the light is like the sun. And the shadowing is the valley, so the crown is the mountaintop. Knock down the mountaintop. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
When you're trying to pick out your highs and lows, that's the horizon. That's the best way I can describe it. Your head's low. Yeah. I run my light different than a lot of people, though. My light is always low. John's watched me work. My
Yep,
light is
yep.
always low to the panel, and I just move my head and adjust it. You know, a lot of guys on hail, they have their lights high, and everybody does it different.
Yeah, I'm same as you. I like my light on the panel, as close as it can be.
Yeah.
Especially that's why I like that limited so much. I got 5 lines,
So,
like I don't have to move.
When you're
I
finishing,
was actually
you're panning
trained to
across
have
it,
my light
looking
higher,
low.
and
Really?
as I've kept going, and I don't know if it was from. I don't think it was from Clif. I think it was actually before I worked with Clif, but I started pushing my light down a lot lower, and I don't know. I just think it's a little bit easier that way.
Well, when you're finishing a dent,
oh
your
my
whole purpose
God,
is the contour and being flat.
Gilly Barcia?
Gilly Barcia.
I haven't talked to this kid in a long time. How you been,
And
Billy?
Billy is now a professional beer drinker, and he is great at it.
He's slamming in bush lattes.
I call him gold certified. He's a gold certified beer drinker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, speaking of Arizona, somebody asked me what Arizona was like. It was great. It was great. I went to the biggest party in golf.
Oh, nice.
Waste Management Open. The People's Open.
That looked like an awesome time.
Yeah, it was.
And he don't even play golf, Andy. Like me and you play golf and would love that.
That was a party.
This is it.
That wasn't even golf.
Yeah.
That's how I golf.
You drink while you're playing golf.
I watch golf how I play golf, and that's with a cocktail. And why not?
Said Alex asked MF.
Yeah. Well, actually, so everybody knows my favorite saying. Hold on, let me switch. Let me switch to this just so we can do it. So I can tell my Alex story. So I saw when I knew I was going to Arizona, I talked to Alex Kakulis because obviously he's down there, and we worked it out so we could hang out. Because do you know what that does to my trip? It's a write-off. Whoop whoop. So me and Alex had he picked me up from the airport. Hell of a guy. Picks me up from the airport. We go have breakfast, and then coached me on my how I totally fucked up my hotel booking because it was on the wrong side of town. So I canceled my one hotel, got a new one, and whatever. And then actually we went and hung out at a couple different bars in Scottsdale. Showed me around, and it was a great time. So yeah, it was good.
Alex is good really good shit. That guy's an awesome guy too.
Yeah, and speaking of guys that are doing crazy fucking huge dents, watch some of his shit.
He is good.
Pretty impressive shit.
I was on Dent Digest the other night, and like before the show, he brought this like dead raccoon skin looking thing. I was like, "What the hell is that?" It's random as shit. Ask him about it.
Do they even have that down in Arizona?
He had one.
Oh well, he's a big hunter. I know he's a big hunter. So he likes hunting like coos deer and all kinds of crazy shit. But
every once in a while, we have them stroll right through our town here in our backyard.
Nice.
I had a mink caught in my egress window here a year ago.
Yeah, well, I had a couple of dead raccoons in my bed back in my 20s, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
You're so weird. Yeah, we're
that's not news. Anyway, moving on. There's no way to gracefully segue out of that. What's your favorite tool, Ray?
What's that?
Well, let's let Andy brag on you, then you can answer my stupid question.
For somebody that hates being in front of a camera, he's doing really good. He's nice and calm and relaxed. He's doing good on we got a video that's about to come out on ceramic coating that he's the star of. Like, I'm proud of my little boy's grows up.
Hey, I had to take a few breaths, but I figured it was happening at some point. I might as well just suck it up and do it.
You're going to do it. You're going to like it.
Way to
When I
bring it
call-
up
when
at
I
this
called
point. At
Andy
this
for
point,
to
it
be on
feels
Dents
like
and
it's just the
Dreams,
4 of us kind of shooting the breeze.
he's like, well, you're gonna have to convince Ray. He ain't gonna do it. He don't even want to do my show. So I
Yeah.
called Ray. I was like, hey, you want to be on Dents and Dreams? Well, yeah. What days does it work? I said, well, if we do this, Andy's gonna be on with you. I said, and then me and you got to be on Ginger Bros too. Well, I just can't do Wednesdays. So now you're gonna have to figure out a way to do a Wednesday, Ray.
Sooner or later. Oh my God. James
Pinard.
Bernard figured it out.
Now put the light
James,
bulb in your mouth.
man.
James, you just want a free T-shirt. I'll send you the link.
Had to give him something free.
Yeah, wow. James don't pay for stuff.
He really don't. He went through a stint right there for a longest. I'm like, seriously? And I think it was at Matt Moore's meetup. He finally
I ain't
didn't
seen
win
him
anything.
win in a long time, so I'm gonna shoot him one of
There you
them
go.
free. I just made a St. Patty's Day shirt. Oh,
What up,
mi
Q?
amigo. Q Dent Repair. No dents, no life. Q,
James,
how you been, brother? Ain't seen you in a
Talk
minute.
about another badass tech
Killer.
Q right there.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the guys like I'm talking about. When I was first starting out, I had fucking killers around me, and I got to work with really good fucking techs. Q being one of them. I can't tell you how many times he bailed me out, and always much love for you on that, Q. But yeah,
Him, Rick
between him,
Hammer, Don
Justin Burdick,
Kavanaugh. Yeah, you.
Don. Well, I didn't
Rick
meet
Hammer?
Don until
John,
later, but
Have you
Don.
ever had Rick Hammer on Dents and Dreams?
I
We've
don't
had him
know.
on our show.
Oh well, that's why.
Well, yeah,
wasn't
'cause I told you
going
you
to
needed to
Mike.
have him
I'm
on there.
not. You know, I'm not up to speed. We'll work.
There's another
We'll
guy
work.
you need to have on Dents and Dreams.
Oh yeah, Hammer's.
Yeah, Rick's
Hammer's
awesome.
another killer. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't think
Shout out to-
I should have. Me and Q got to do an episode in full. That would be.
I'll be on Andy's show next.
Yep.
Oh.
You don't have a
One of these
choice,
days.
Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the. Did you read the fine print?
That was the,
That's
that
what
was
I
the
told
deal
you.
I made with Andy. You just didn't know about it.
Actually, the fine
We
print
were
came up
talking about
today. I
that
was
as
like,
far as the social media goes.
yeah. I was like, that was in your fine print. You didn't read it. Sorry. Now
Andy.
you're binded.
When we're on your show, because I let you down, I'll call Ray and say, "Hey, we got to be on Ginger Bros tonight."
Yeah.
Let me know.
Appreciate that.
Right?
Don't let me surprise you on a Monday morning. The worst time to tell somebody they're going to be on a podcast, like Monday morning coming in. Hey, you're up.
Hey, guess what?
Hey, speaking of,
That's
speaking
gotta
of,
be Don Kavanaugh.
that's got to be Don Kavanaugh.
What
hey,
up,
hey,
Donnie?
hey, boys! What up, Donnie?
Love some Donnie.
Gotta love him. Gotta love him. But yeah, so another guy. Like, man, so many awesome guys in the industry. Change your career, change your trajectory, and
Yeah.
It's.
I still love the story about you and Don, like where he walked up on you at the car lot, and you're like,
Yeah, I'm trying to shut him down. I'm like, bro, look out of here. Don't get me in trouble. Like, hey, come by the shop any day.
That's awesome.
It's good stuff. Yeah, just if you guys want to hear the full story, Don was on the show a couple times. I think we talked about it, but yeah, it's a long one. We're here to talk about Ray's journey into PDR. So, now he fixed it. Yeah. Yes, sir. A great day. What a year that was. Yeah. What year was that? Oh,
What a year that was.
man. It's got to be 15, 14, 15, something like that. Because I went on my own in 17. So, must have been 2015.
Bouncing off
I
what
would
Scotto
think.
said, like we all learn from each other. Ray, tell them how the difference between the body shop industry that you just came out of to the PDR industry, and what all the differences you've noticed.
Oh, it's huge. Like, just like all the PDR guys that I've met have been like outstanding. Like, as far as like wanting to see you succeed and everything else. body shop is it. I can see like where there is a certain like succeed point of it, but like it's pretty much like, of course, I can't talk from like a body guy standpoint because all I was an estimator. Um, but just from like what I've seen and everything, like it's been really amazing. Like there's nothing about it that's made me like think about going back. Like I can see that like I'm part of something great. Um, and of course, like PDR, like I said, like it it's something that I know that I will enjoy. Um, like I enjoy like seeing dents and stuff that I've actually fixed. Like that by itself, like is payment enough for me. Like it gives me so much joy to like step back and look at something and be like, I did that.
And you heard it here first. I don't have to pay Ray anymore. He's just happy seeing the dents he fixed.
No, don't get it confused. Like,
That's what he did. We're writing up a new contract in the morning.
right?
Ray is definitely
Andy will
the
just
guy
play
you
that
want
at the.
to be a great addition to the dent community.
Yeah,
Dent industry.
absolutely.
I mean, he is so genuine. I mean, I don't know that I've ever, Olaf from Watertown was the same way. Just great. They're just genuine people, and Ray is that guy too. They're probably two. They are two of the two best people that I've trained as far as person. They're just how they are. They care about everything, not just PDR. They're just great people.
Absolutely.
And Ray is like, you won't find a better guy.
So we were really lucky to have him want to come work for us with us. I hate saying for us employee. We say team member, and because it just still sounds weird to me. But we were really blessed to get Ray. Now I'm going to be spoiled. In our next hire, I'm going to be like, you better be like Ray, or you're out of here. Like, no.
Well, and I also
he set the
told
bar
Ray,
too high.
when he was going back, I said, once you get good enough, I said, set your goals a little higher, Andy or Ray. And you just set your goals higher, buddy. You're better than this. You're good enough. You're better. You're good enough. And God dang it, people like you.
Thanks, Stuart.
Part of me wants to say I don't want to come off as a fucking asshole when I say this, but I feel like Paintless Dent Repair weeds out the assholes. Like, it's hard to be a good dent guy and an asshole, because if you're a weak bitch that's gonna not be a good person, you're not gonna be able to have the patience to make it through the struggles that Paintless Dent Repair will give you in the beginning, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, it requires a lot of patience.
Yeah. So I don't know.
There are some out there that shouldn't be there. There's a whole group about it.
Next week on a very special Ginger Bros, the bottom 10 PDR techs. So who's your pick?
And Ray, like, again, genuine, and he has no ego. He's just wanting to learn. I mean, everything. And if he's struggling with something, he's trying that much harder to try and figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like working a blending hammer. He was like dead set. Like, he didn't quit one whole day just working on pulling dents and blending.
Yeah.
He was not going to quit.
Now, I'm not going to lie. Like, the morning that I walked into his shop, and he pretty much told me that we was not using tap down, that I was only using a hammer. Like, that was pretty intimidating.
I can't even do that.
Uh,
You did it though, right?
I did.
I
tell you
did.
what
I
was
was
real
right
fun.
there beside you. I mean, we spent
It
the
was-
whole day on it. It was a quarter panel on a Suburban, right?
Yeah. Yep.
dude, that's
And-
crazy to think. So when I first started, blending was like it was like lateral tension a year ago. Like people were just starting to talk about blending. And I can remember Justin talking to Sean about, oh, have you been doing blending or whatever? And they're talking. I'm like, what's blending? And they're like, just shut up. Don't just go back to your practice hood. Figure out how to fucking do that first. But yeah, I mean, it was before Shane Jacks had his hammer out. It was before all those trainings and all that stuff. And it's just crazy to see how the industry keeps growing and
Absolutely.
more and more techniques and these things keep growing. It's freaking awesome.
Mhm.
And you get to do it in your first week, Ray. You get to do
Right
shit
off the
that
rip.
I was told to go sit in the corner, and you get to do it on your first week. So I mean,
Yeah, Clif didn't let me hide from it. Like he pretty much
No.
said, "Here, this is what we're doing."
yeah. And so Don Cavanaugh was always a hammer guy, and Scott was like, Donnie taught him how to blend after 25 years. So I mean, it's just fucking nuts, dude. It's so cool. It's
I'm
so
still
cool.
trying to learn.
Oh yeah,
That's my downfall's blended.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I can't. I'm terrible with it.
You can do it.
I bought the Kiko knockdown extender. That's what I use. I'm over there.
Okay.
Hey, it works for
that's
me.
a cheat code. That's a cheat code. It's funny. Me and Cliff argue all the time because I say I'm pushing so if you got a high, I'm like, I feel like I'm pushing the metal in to the center of the dent, and he says I'm pulling it out. And like, we have different eyes or different brains, or
It depends
I
on
don't
what
know.
you're doing.
We
And
can
crown-
argue
like
it.
crowns are different, lateral tension's different, it's flowing. But when you're working on a rail, you can blend aluminum, right?
Yeah.
Aluminum has no memory, so it's not vibrating back in.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say it's vibrating back in, but you're pushing the metal back. You're forcing it to go where you want it to go.
If you're forcing it with a hammer, watch it. You'll watch it flow out in front of you.
I watch it flow in. See, me and Cliff can have this argument. We've had this argument
We will
many
agree
times.
to disagree all day long. At the end result, I've watched John blend, and he's
And
watched
I
me
watch
blend.
you blend. We both, when the job
At
is
the end of
done,
the day, we both get the job done.
we get paid. We get paid.
You got to get a monocle and have a slow motion camera.
Oh,
We'll see who wins that one.
yeah, well,
I need to see it.
Probably like Mike Toledo or Christopher Ray or one of the really good video guys. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm pulling that off, but I don't know. We learn every day, so maybe. Moving
I'll tell you what was
molecules,
exciting.
somebody says.
No shit, they're getting crazy with it. It was fun taking Ray to MTE this year too. Like,
Got a guy that agrees with you. Moving molecules.
Moving molecules. And Donnie says he's jealous he never saw a knockdown for 10 years.
the size of a watermelon by lunch. I couldn't hit shit.
Donnie, I gotta hit you up. You just gave me a really good idea for a show. Anyway, we're not old enough for a monocle or rich
I
enough.
am.
Oh, Andy's rich enough for a monocle. Speaking of redoing your
Not rich.
contract, Ray.
Not rich enough. It was super cheap. I got an
Holy
MD.
cow.
Cash this guy.
Hey, what
up, Shuddy?
What happens
What's up,
when
Shuddy?
two Golden Mike winners are in the same place at the same time?
It's happened a
I'm
few
not
times.
worthy.
Yeah, I'm not worthy either. I don't.
Did you
even
guys
know
listen to Shuddy's backstory, like about building cars for Honda and crap? That was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I was
Dude.
all in on that podcast. I was like, tell me more.
What?
That was great.
Yeah. The orangey and all the other Honda stuff. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's a crazy backstory. Hey, if you guys haven't seen it, you can go on to YouTube or Apple Podcasts. Ginger Bros with Ryan Shutt. Highly recommend.
Absolutely. Scotto, I think I want to say it was like $150 for that monocle. Don't quote me on that. It was MTE, and I'm just making the rain buying tools, but I think it was around that price point.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, for deep dents, I like it. And for playing around, like we got a picture we put on social media. Ray's like working on a fender, and I got the monocle over him. Like I keep seeing this work.
That's gonna be hell, dude. Dude, that monocle's gonna disappear. And Ray's gonna, I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened to it.
He walks
Last
off.
time I seen it, you were talking shit to me with it, so I can't imagine where it could have went. Did you check up your ass? Yeah. Ray, what was your favorite tool that you got at MTE? Was there something you were looking for when you went there, or is there something that you seen that was new that you had never seen before, and you were like, "Oh shit, I need that"?
No, I was pretty open minded when I went, which Andy helped me a lot with picking out what I needed to get started with. The only tool that I don't have yet, that is definitely on my soon to do list is the roof reaper.
Come on, don't come in here kissing my ass. We don't need that shit.
I got one, so he can.
I used it at Clif whenever he was training me, and it was like
I told you, John, I didn't even pay him. I laid them all out there. He picked it.
It was my go-to.
He's also got to get the Hells Angels.
Yep.
All right. I did not mean to turn this fucking show into a commercial. I apologize.
No, it was fun watching Ray at MTE.
Hey, I do love those tools too. I use them every day.
It was a lot to take in. Like there was so much stuff. It was just like it was awe.
I told him this year. I was like, this year's kind of your practice round, so you be prepared for next year. That'll be like your actual first round of the fight.
Yeah. I just feel like too, there wasn't a ton at MTE. There wasn't. Usually, there's something that is like, what the fuck, and I didn't have that moment this year. Maybe it was just the whole show in it of itself.
Mm-hmm.
The Kiko Icy 60 anniversary robo lifter.
God,
damn, that's pretty. Yeah, there's no way. Nobody can use it and still keep it as pretty. But that was a thing of beauty. But yeah, I didn't have a what the fuck moment as far
as the Cam Auto lateral tension. I think was what everybody was kind of seemed like everybody was going to check out. But and it seems like MTE.
Yeah, the camo. I did order the Cam Auto lifter as well, but I mean, I think, and I haven't got to use it because I haven't got it yet. But I don't think it'll be. It's not like it has added features, but it's not like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Sort of. What do you think? How long you been using that thing?
I just got it Friday, so I ain't even got to use it yet. Okay. But I was talking about his actual lateral tension that he's got now. He had a lateral tension bar out, which everybody does now, but it looked really cool. It seemed like everybody was really geeking on that. But I think MTE, a lot of people bring out tools before MTE, so there's not that wow moment because you kind of already seen them. Yeah,
I guess you're right. And Scotto says it was big dent year at MTE. So it may be like the JVF. That thing was this year one of the things when I first seen it, I was like, dang,
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. It's a beast. It paid for itself the second week I've had it since MTE.
Yeah.
So like, it was instant paying for itself.
Yeah, and I've had really good luck with all the lateral tension stuff I've used. I don't have that particular tool. Cliff, you have the JBF, don't you?
I have not got to use it yet, though.
Oh, okay.
I've had nothing
come
to
on,
use it
man.
for. The smash door that I used the smaller lateral tensions.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I suppose it's, like anything. I mean, every tool's got its place, and that's why I can't quit buying.
I know. I turned the bedside inside outwards with that thing. Like I had the bedside on a Dodge Ram caved all the way in. That lateral tension plus that Cam Auto floor puller, like reversed that whole bedside. It was
That
insane.
was a V.
Yeah.
That wasn't even caved in. That was a hard V.
Yeah, like it was like that.
We got a couple people commenting on the rat rods.
I gotta get the rat rods.
I got those, and yeah, when you can use it, when they come in, like they're so handy when you can pull that lower trim off, and kick on them is right. The push they're good. They're really good.
Matt Boyette has came out in the last 2-3 years with some amazing tools.
Yeah,
you don't
deserved
stop them like Matt. Quit.
Tool person of the year.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Congratulations, boy. Yeah, well deserved. Well deserved.
We got his window
and a
guard.
Good guy. Very humble, very good guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that window guard's nice because you can make it now. It's the whole size of your drawers in your pack out, so you can make a table out of one of your lower drawers on your pack out if you're working down low and stuff. So love that. Of course, AR9.
Yep, the window guard. Yeah, I just got a new pack out. I might have to get one of those.
Yep.
God, brought up the rat rod, and I think it's already got 10 fucking likes. Rat rod is amazing, so it must be the shit.
Yeah, I got to get one. That's one thing I didn't get that I've, like, everybody in the text group's been talking about it, and I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, those have been out for over a year now, bro.
It came out last year at MTE, not the year before last.
I think they came out the Black Friday before MTE.
It could have came out the Black Friday.
Yeah,
I think it's just one of the things
sure
that didn't get on until a couple people started doing videos of it.
I ordered them right away.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Scotto says he likes the lateral tension from Cam Auto.
It's pretty sweet.
I was talking to John Scotto, and he's the one that sent me the link, and I watched it while we were talking. That is badass. Cam Auto's got awesome shit.
Kiko's got another, their new lateral tensions look stout as shit.
Zach Stone in the house. What up, kid? He used to work for me.
What's happening, Zach?
Good old Zach.
I love him, Hales. He ain't wrong.
Crazy. Yes, sir. Yes,
I was glad I had them for that hailstorm I had this year. Those things worked a lot of hoods for me this year and made easy work of them. So
yeah.
I kind of think they're relatively okay.
Give Cliff the credit. I you know what? I don't know who gets more credit, Busch Light or Coors Light on the Hales Angels. How many conversations we have about those before they came out?
No, we talked about having to get you a top handle tool. And we know how, we just thought like it had to be done. That we talked one night, and it was like we looked at everything else that was out there, stuff that's never been done before, and we just kind of started putting it together, and we didn't know what it was going to be. Honestly, we started putting our ideas together, and we were looking at different tools that were on the market already, and we did everything to not create something that was already out there. And we just, and A1 killed it. The first prototype changed it a little bit, and it was done.
No. Well, I think we had three or four. It doesn't matter. 3 or 4 different versions, but man.
Did we have 3 or 4 different versions?
Yeah.
I thought it was one and done.
Yeah. No. I could bring them out. I could bring him out, but I won't.
Scotto said he needs a
Because
hailstorm or a refund on the Hells Angels.
But either way, A1 killed it on it too. So I mean,
Oh
it's
yeah, hey,
everybody had a part.
yeah, I'm just like the airlines. If it's weather related, no refund.
Scotto, I'll tell you, the
They
new
work in
Silverados
fenders and
bedside,
top to doors and all that stuff too.
I was
True
gonna say
enough. True
bedside,
enough.
the new Silverado bedsides, it's so hard to get down in. That curve kind of fits. You get them a lot of places that you
Yeah.
can't get
Yeah.
any other tool.
Yeah.
So
And then if you flip them backwards, you get more drive. When you go down there, flip them backwards so they face out.
that's what she
Thanks,
said.
Scotto. Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right. We're over an hour and we're devolving fast.
Yeah, it happened.
Is there anything I missed? Anything Andy or Ray Slate? Anything I missed that you wanted to get off your chest within the hiring or training process that we somehow missed in this fast
really.
ass hour? I don't know how this was an hour. It was fucking quick.
Flew by, didn't it, Ray? He was all nervous. I was like,
It
they fly
did.
by.
Yeah.
I told you.
I told Andy
just
I was nervous about it.
See, it went good, Ray. It was
It
easy.
did.
What did I
Yep.
tell you? A
Just like
couple
you-
drinks and you'd be fine.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's like John said earlier, like it's just like four guys having a conversation. So
all it is.
Exactly. You don't even pay attention to your live.
Nope.
uh
But I will give a huge shout out to Ray and Cliff. Ray being a hellacious team member, stepping up when we need anything we need. He's there for us. I can't ask for a better guy for to just bring on the Dapper team. And then Cliff for the training. Cliff was amazing. He came back exactly how I needed him to be able to move forward with where we're headed. We're going to slow roll him. I'm not throwing him to the wolves, so we're going to take about a full year of getting him comfortable to where he's ready to go.
Oh, then I mean that's dude. I think Zach was just commenting on here. He worked for me for a couple of years, and before he went to retail, it was definitely a full year, I would think. So yeah, and that's fast in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's fast as fuck. Because when I first started, it was 3 or 4 years. I mean, I was full wholesale, and there was no question about doing retail. So
I got enough confidence in him. We're going fast.
Yeah. Well, and tools, technology, lighting, all that shit plays into, and
and he's got pretty good mentor down there. You can't find any better than Andy as far as a mentor.
Oh,
that's
shucks.
for sure.
Yeah. No, I'm happy for both you guys. It seems like a real good fit, and I trust Cliff and Andy's judgment. Wayford or not to throw either of them. But yeah, I mean, if they both say Ray's a good dude, then I'm on board, Team Ray. But
we'll be seeing him for a long, long time.
Absolutely.
Y'all will be killing it for sure down there. All right. Well, shit. You got anything else I missed, Cliff, that you want to? Nothing.
No,
right.
This show was about Ray. This was Ray's introduction to Dents and Dreams. So we'll let him have the parting shot, I think.
Yeah. No, it's been great. No, it's been fun.
All right.
Man of many words.
Final thoughts, Ray?
I got all of them. No, I'm good. Still learning, still driving.
All right. I'm sorry. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do all that to put you on there all by yourself. That was uncalled for. I apologize.
I thought it was coming.
Yeah.
People started disappearing.
Yeah. No, y'all stick around. We'll hit the outro here. I appreciate everyone in here commenting and joining us. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for commenting and your questions and everything else. And
great being here with all you guys. Andy,
Absolutely,
Ray,
sir.
John,
Loved it.
like always.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Love it. Great show, great times. And till next time, everybody, just live your dreams.
All right.
Just wanted to thank you for listening to another episode of Dents and Dreams. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, compliments, or complaints, I can be reached at Dent Reaper across social media. And be sure to subscribe to the Dents and Dreams Facebook group and or YouTube channel, because that's where it'll happen if and when we go